Hi guys, welcome to Next-Gen Student Thermodynamic video series. Today I am going to discuss Gaskell 10.4 question. So let's get started. So for these two oxides which form solid and liquid solutions, they have a common minimum of 1123 Kelvin. So we will use that to find the answer to the question. So in the Gaskell textbook 334 and 335 page, we will use this information. So this is the plot that I will be discussing today on how to use this. So here there is a delta G of melting for A component and B component. So that is what I will be talking today. Now if you go to the appendix A, table 8.5 page, we have the delta H melting for both oxides. So we will use this information. Please also look at the back of the textbook for the appendix A, table 8.5. So the Gaskell 334 page, we will use this equation to solve for the delta G mixing of solid. So these two oxides form complete range of liquid and solid solutions. So let's take an example of copper nickel, which forms a complete range of solid solution. So it looks like this. So it means after a particular temperature, solid is completely the solution, and below a particular temperature, liquid is a complete solution. So let's take a G versus X curve, and we will take the standard energies of solid and liquid for A component and B component. So as you can see, for A component, liquid has lesser energy, so that is a reference point. So the liquid starts from A, and for B, the solid is a reference point because that has the least energy. So that is how the curves are made. So this 0, which I have marked here, that refers to the reference point, and from there we measure the difference delta G of melting for pure B component and delta G of melting for pure A melting component. So for 0 represents the reference state from where the curve begins. Now for this question, we need to find, so these 2 points are the reference states, 0 and 0. Now we will find the delta G of melting of our oxide, sodium oxide, and we find that it is positive 6000 joules, and for potassium oxide it is positive 999 joules. So for both the delta G of melting is greater than 0, it means, so the melting means from solid to liquid state, so it means the reference points are both solids. So the 0 and 0 are for the A component and B component solids, so first component and second component solids, and the upper points would be both liquids. So after we got that, now we have obtained the positions of these 4 points on the curve. Now we can draw or obtain the curve. So for an ideal solution, we know that the delta H mix minus T delta S mix is delta G mix, and delta S mix is 0 for liquid, which is ideal, and we get it . So it exhibits a pure ideal solution. So now again back to the graph. So let's draw G versus X again. So these two are reference points. So first reference points are solids for both components, and the liquid points are above. And we know that the G mix of liquid at 0.5 is value. So it begins at G2 liquid and ends at G1 liquid. So we will draw a curve between G1 liquid and G2 liquid with a green curve. So that value is minus 6492 joules, which we calculated. Now we need to find the point on the above. So that can be given by rule of mixtures. So then the rule of mixtures, we know G1 liquid and G2 liquid, and we get that point 5658. So let's take ABC position. So AB plus BC is AC. We know the AC is minus 6492. So BC would be minus 814 joules. Also we know that they have a common minimum at x equals to 0.5. So the G of liquid and G of solid are equal there. Hence the delta G of solid mix is minus 814 joules. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the content, please click on the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you have any comments or content that you would like to see, please do comment below. It will help us to make better videos and keep looking forward for amazing videos.